my parents are coming to visit me in a couple weeks, and they're going to be staying for 3 whole weeks. 3. Now, my mother and I have always kind of butted heads and argued, and like she's always just kind of been a pain in my butt my whole life. Even to, into adulthood, we always kind of butt heads and stuff. Well, I recently noticed that when something happens with my girls, I'm finding myself texting my mom over my dad, because I've always been super close with my dad too. And it made me realize some things, and I wasn't going to talk about it until after their visit so I could tell them face to face, but it is what it is, whatever. My mom watches this anyway, so please don't be offended. But I realized something recently, that my dad was always kind of like a pushover. I was very spoiled. He gave me pretty much anything I wanted, whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, right? It was kind of like, Daddy, here's 50 cents. Can I trade these quarters in for a $10 bill? Like that happened a lot. Anyway, but they say that we have one consistent parent and one not necessarily inconsistent, but I don't know. You have that one parental figure that is absolutely consistent. And I realized recently that was my mother, not my father, which I thought was weird because I always thought the opposite. My mom might have been batshit crazy. Don't get mad. She might have been moody and bitchy, but she was consistent. I always knew what to expect from her. I always knew, I don't know. She was the consistent one. And I never realized that until recently. And there's things like looking back now that I freaking hated when I was a kid. Like, she would show up when I didn't want her to show up and crap. But looking back now, it's like, oh, okay. So I think that's why I text my mom about things with my girls, because it's like, even when she tells me some of the stuff now, I'm like, I might not say it verbatim back to my girls, but I'll like put it in my words. But it's kind of like, my mom was very pushy, very, very pushy in my life, and which I don't know, I think is kind of how it's supposed to be. But whereas I feel like if I was texting my dad, he would tell me more to back off or something, and like they would be opposite. Like, he's more chill, laid back, whatever. My mom's more pushy, persistent, that kind of thing. And that's what brought me to the realization that my mother is the one that was the consistent parental figure growing up. Interesting.